Okay, guys. So like I said, I just want to kind of briefly go over this. So I am going to go kind of quickly over stuff, but if you guys have questions, unmute your phone, ask, put it in the chat, and I have some other leaders on here who can also help answer the chat's first questions. And yes, I'm going to record just because I feel like this is good information, and I know some people can't get on. Okay, so I first just want to start off and talk about those rank up bonuses and just kind of go, and I know I kind of already said something about on our live, but I know some of you guys probably didn't see that either. So rank up bonus, you guys. So what that is, so anybody who already has a rank up bonus, it's not going to affect. We already have, you know, everything set into place. This is for new rank up bonuses. Okay. So new people who are going diamond and above getting those rank up bonuses from May and on. Okay. So this is just starting in May. So if you're going diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, any of those first time, this applies to you. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are running an auto shipment for 80 BV. If you're not running an auto shipment, you have to have 150 in PBV. So 150 volume personally underneath you. Okay. I personally would recommend putting that auto shipment on because that's less volume, you know, that you would have to, that's less customers that you have to keep underneath you. You could put those other customers somewhere else because you do have to make sure that now you have 150 PCV, which is the same, you're going to get it the same way that you're going to get it from customers. So it's personal customer volume. I don't know if that's what it stands for, but that's just what I made up because it makes sense to me, personal customer volume. So you put your loyal customers underneath you to 150, okay? Now that 150 has to be there for the entire 10 months of the payout rank, okay? Because the payout rank is for 10 months. So for instance, say I'm running an auto shipment and I have, you know, two customers who one got 100 BV in products, the other one got 50, okay? So say next month, so say in May and June, that $100 one dropped down to 50, okay? Now in June, I need to make sure I get another 50 BV customer up in that spot, okay? Does that make sense? For 10 months, I have to have that. So it's just simple. It's just make sure you have an auto shipment now and then make sure that you have that 150 PCV each month for the 10 months. So that's the only difference. If you guys have questions about that, please let me know if that is confusing at all. And then let's see. Okay, so that's what I kind of want to talk to you guys about with that. And then we have just a few contests going on really quick, you guys. So we have our regular boom contest, which Jennifer posted about. I'm doing tomorrow, you guys. I'm going to do the contest drawing for April. Okay, so I'm doing the $100 or the 100 BV. Yeah, every 100 BV, every 100 boom, I'm doing a drawing for. So we're doing that contest tomorrow. And then also the $300 contest. So I'll go live and I'll pick the winners for that tomorrow. But we have a new contest for May, okay? So we still have the boom, and we will always do the boom, you guys, because I think it's such good to see who is doing it, who's getting customers, who's getting distributors, who is just rocking it. And plus, it's always a goal to see, you know, how many booms we can get each month. So that one is up there. Jennifer posted that one. And then we're also doing a Steps to Success contest. And I'm super excited for this one. Courtney posted it. And I don't know if she's on here right now, but she can always talk about that. I think she went live and she already like kind of talked about it. But we're doing that one too, okay? And then of course, on May 6th, we're starting our the Miracle Morning. So, okay, so let's talk about how to start, like what do we do for May? How do we start it off? What do we do? And I just have a few tips, and I'll just kind of tell you guys what I do. And you guys can, if you guys have other things that work for you, that's awesome. This is what I love to do and kind of how I go about you know, like my organization and my goals and what I'm trying to achieve that month. So the first thing that we need to do, you guys, is print out your Steps to Success. Okay, print that out. You guys can find it in our team page, and you guys can, it's under the files, okay? The second thing I want you guys to do, which you guys probably already have because you guys already know this, but print off your chart. So whatever rank you're going for, print that chart off. But if you have a team underneath you, I want you to print their chart off too. Okay, so if you have a ruby underneath you, you're going to print off that ruby chart. If you have an emerald, you're going to print off that emerald chart, or whatever rank your team is going for. So for instance, like Angelina here, she's going for diamond, so she's going to have her diamond chart, but then she's also going to have her emeralds chart and then her rubies chart. That way, if, you know, and I see Lori right underneath her, I see if Lori, when Lori's, you know, says, hey, how's my, or where do I need to place this? Or, hey, I just got a customer, what do I need to do? Angelina can just pull out her chart, send it, you know, and she can say, oh, this person goes here, or you could put this one here. It's just good to have your team's chart too. So make sure you have theirs printed out, filled out, and get your numbers, okay? Every single day, the first day of the month, you guys get your numbers and your projected volume, okay? Because we want to know where we need a place. We want to know where we need to go. And when you get it, say you got a customer today, if you don't have your projected volume, you're not going to know where to place it, right? So make sure you get your numbers done. If you do not know how to do your projected volume, Jennifer Weatherly did an awesome video. It's in our learning section. So go watch that, and then also go to your sponsor. Go to your person and say, hey, I just did my numbers. Can you check them for me, okay? I'm a huge believer in double checking and going to your sponsor and saying, hey, these are my numbers. Can you just check them for me? It's not really your sponsors or your upline's job to do them, so make sure you just do them, but, you know, have them check for sure. Okay, so that's for the charting. So that was one, steps to success, and then charting. And here's what I like to do, okay? So when I'm going for a rank, so say I'm going for, let's just say I'm going for double diamond, okay? I need a diamond and I need an emerald, okay? So what I'm gonna do if I'm at diamond right now and I'm going for double or whatever rank I'm going for, I wanna figure out who my key players are. Okay, who's gonna be my diamond? Who's gonna be my emerald for my double diamond? Okay, who are my key players? And let's just say I just don't quite have them yet. I'm gonna go under my organization and I'm gonna find somebody under there who's set, who has been wanting this, but they just haven't, you know, they just haven't gotten there quite yet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to them and I'm gonna say, hey, Julie, I am working so hard to get my double, or here's my goal. I am going for double diamond this month. I wanted to come to you and see if, you know, you wanted to be that emerald on, you know, our double diamond team. If so, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be work. You and I are going to work together. You know, and I will be working here side by side with you. And matching your efforts and helping you along get to that, you know, that emerald spot. So what I'm saying is go to that key player and ask them, hey, do you want to be this position on, you know, on our organization? Do you want this position? If so, it's going to take work. I need you to commit, you know, 100%. And if so, I'm so ready to rock with you. Like, let's do this. And you'll get a feel, you know, if that person says yes or no. If they say yes, then you work with them and you love on them and you help them, not by placing, but you work alongside with them, okay? And you guide them to get to that rank that you know, for your promotion, and you guide them to get to their rank for their promotion. And you'll see, you guys, because sometimes people will be like, yes, I'm ready, like I'm so ready, but then you hear crickets. You don't see that they're doing work. They're not putting action behind their words. And then you can simply go to them and you can say, you know what, Julie, like, you know, at the beginning of the month, you said you were really ready for this. Like, you know, I'm not seeing much action from you. In order for you to get to your rank, you know, it's going to take this and this. You know, do you still want this position? And kind of, you know, you just talk to them and you know, work with your team and see if that's the person who is going to be fitted for, you know, your rank. Are they really wanting that, you know, that spot on your team? So, you know, I always go to the people and, you know, just like when I was one ambassador, you guys knew where you guys were at on my chart, right? You guys knew, like, okay, because I went to you and I would say, okay, like, you know, let's just say Amy. And I remember Amy, like when she first signed up, I did this to Amy and she was probably freaked out. Amy's a triple, just went triple in March, but she was probably freaked out because I was like, okay, Amy, I'm like, you know, I signed up people and I was like, I'm going ambassador, which you don't even know what that is, but I need a triple diamond. Are you ready to work with me? Are you ready to run with me? And she was like, yeah. And guess what? She did every step of the way and she's triple. You know, so you pick those people who are just stand out to you, who work with you, who are positive, who you feel would just be so amazing to partner up with you. And you know, work with them and, you know, help them get to where they need to go. And I promise you, you will get to where you need to go. So who are your key players? Okay, I want you guys to write them down. Who are your key players? Who do you want to run with? Who do you want to work with? And who do you see that are going to rise up to the top with you? So that's one of my tips that I love to do. You guys can even, if you have an organization that's, a diamond or probably like a higher organization, like, you can have your key players, aside from like your diamond chat or your double chat. Like if you're going for those bigger ranks, you can have your key players in those and, work alongside with them. If you're Ruby, you have people underneath you. So, you guys like could even do your own Zoom. You guys can use my code. Feel free to use mine anytime. You can just message me and say, hey, can I use your code? You can jump on. So, and you can just jump on with, say you have 3 people underneath you and you guys can work together. You guys can, for 30 minutes go over question and answers, because that is one, it's going to help you get into that leadership role. But 2, that's the best way that we learn. Even if you do not know what you're doing, that's the best way that you learn is by leading your team. And when they ask you questions, you figure out what those answers are. So I would highly, highly suggest that if you're Ruby and you're running for a promotion, go to your team and you can just do it, once a month. It doesn't have to be often, but at least it creates that unity. You guys come together. It's helping you with that leadership. And what it's doing is it's showing your team that you're leading them, so that you're there for them, that you're helping them. So I highly, highly recommend that. Okay, let me just look at my notes. Does anybody have any questions before I go on? Court, did you want to say anything about that? Or Jennifer or Amy, anybody? I'm trying to see who else is on here. That's awesome, Britt. Yeah, I just think it's so good, you guys. I mean, you guys here, we do our Tuesday trainings, but it's so amazing, you guys coming together with, it creates that unity and it's more personable and it's just, it's just amazing. Like I'll work, one-on-one with you guys, or, I like at the beginning of the month, I have 20-minute Zooms with, whoever wants to do it with my person enrolled. But for you guys to come together, I just think it's just so amazing. And it creates so much growth. What do you do when a key player doesn't really want to run with you and you get crickets from them? Then I would just say, Taryn, they're not my key player. I would just say, yeah, they're not my key player. And what I would probably do if they say like they're in your Ruby spot or your Emerald spot, I would probably dig deep in who is under that organization. Is there anybody working? And if there is, I would go to that person. And I would probably say, hey, like they could be your person enrolled or not. And I would just say, hey, I'm really trying to get to Diamond this month. I don't know if you're interested in this, but I need, an Emerald for this spot. Would you be willing to literally like put your running shoes on and run with me this month? And it's okay. I was talking to another leader today on a Zoom, and it's okay to be so vulnerable with your team. Like we're human, right? Like it's okay to let them know like, hey, like I need a partner in this. Like I need somebody who can run with me. I need somebody who is going to be there to help, lead, the team under you or to lead this team. Do you want to partner up with me? It's okay to say that, to say, I need you, to help. And I want to help you get to your goals, because I need you. So that's what I would say. Let's see. How long do you wait to switch your game plan when the person who says all in really don't take action? When do you reevaluate the plan? Tiffany, I would probably go to them and I would just, again, I would probably say, hey, Julie, and I'm just saying Julie because I'm seeing her. I would just say, hey, Julie, you know, I know we had this talk at the beginning of the month, and, you know, you said that you're ready to get to Emerald. I'm not seeing action from you. Do you really want this? Because, you know, if so, what's going on? And this is where I always say, even if you don't have a little bit of red, you have to have just a little bit of red when you're a leader. You just have to. When you're leading a team, you have to have a little bit of red, a little bit of assertiveness, and a little bit of, hey, this is, you know, you said that this, you have to have a little bit of that tough love given, okay? Because if not, nothing will, you know, a lot of times, like I'm yellow, so I really, but I'm red too. So I kind of, you know, this was something hard that I had to get over, but I realized, like, if I have somebody who said that they're going to work with me and they're not doing it, I now can go to them and I can say, hey, what's going on? You said that you wanted to work. Like, why aren't, you know, what's going on? Is there anything that I can do more of? You know, and I would just go to them and fill them out. So if they just completely, like, aren't running with you, if they're not doing that, then what I would do is I would, like I said, I would reevaluate who do I have on my team who is working. And I would work with them to get to that spot while I'm maintaining. So say I'm diamond, I would work with them to rise up to that emerald or ruby spot while I'm kind of maintaining everything else. Does that make sense? So yeah, I know. And it's so funny because reds and yellows, actually, that's one of the things I'm going to have you guys do today. Reds and yellows, it's so funny. They're like bipolar personalities. And so it's hard because we love people so much. We want people to love us and like us and to, you know, not be mad at us. Yet the red is like, get your stuff done. Like, do this. What's going on? Red is very like, you know, no excuses. Like, let's go. And so it's kind of funny how they, but I think it's awesome when you understand like who you're also working with. Are you working with a yellow? Because if so, you're going really red on them is probably not going to work with them. You know, they're going to hurt their feelings, you know, so you have to kind of know who you're working with. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we'll answer some of these questions. If can't replace them at that time, let's see. Taryn, I'd reach out. Oh, you're just answering. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's look at my notes. Does anybody have any questions on that kind of stuff? Okay, I just quickly wanted to go over, let's see. I wanted to go over the $49 promotion. Okay, this ends on Sunday, correct? Sunday, or is it Saturday? Sunday, okay. So Sunday, you guys. Okay, 5 days. So this is something, you guys, where I really want to dive deep with everybody on this team. And we need, as a team, to get an influx of distributors. Like, it is just like, go like this if you need distributors on your team. Like, we all, yeah, I love it. We all need distributors on our team, because if we do not get distributors monthly, then we lose momentum, right? And this business goes off of momentum, off of energy. And so if we aren't getting, you know, those distributors in, then our energy starts to dwindle. And then what is happening is, like, it starts to dwindle in our business. Then what happens is every month we're playing this rat race of trying to make up customers, right? Trying to make up volume. Whereas if we just welcome people onto our team, that's going to help so much. Now, the thing is we are so blessed. Like, I didn't even think that they were going to do this $49 deal. So when they said this, I was like, oh, thank the Lord, because this is what is going to help us do that. But we have to take advantage of it, okay? You cannot go one day without taking advantage of it. So just a few things of how you can take advantage of this, okay? Here's what I do. Post, you guys, okay? Now, I am very huge on attractive marketing as far as a certain extent, okay? But you still do need a message. you can not only post or do attractive, attractive marketing, that kind of thing. I'm so big on attractive marketing because that is, it's you're branding yourself. I've been doing it for a very long time. You're branding yourself, yet you're trickling in the business with it. But your business is not going to grow if you're only doing that. Okay, so it also takes messaging and asking people and following up with people. Host to post are such an amazing way to get distributors, you guys. Even though we do it for customers, a lot of my distributors come from host to post. So just a few things on how you can get these customers, okay? One, I want you guys to write down how many distributors do you need for your chart? How many distributors do you need to get your goal, okay? So if you're going for diamond this month and you still need 5 distributors, you need to get those 5 distributors before the 15th of the month. That's your deadline. That's your goal. I'm setting you guys like that's your deadline to get your distributors. Okay. So how many distributors do you need to get to your rank? Okay. I need 9 to get to mine. My deadline is like, I need to get them by like the 10th. Like that's my deadline. The 10th, the 15th is the latest I will get them. And so how many do you need? And make that your deadline. Okay. We should all be getting all of what we need within this $49 deal. The only reason if you don't get distributors with this deal is you are not asking people, you're not being consistent, and you're not doing our daily steps. That is literally the only reason. If you don't bring in distributors, it's because you're not doing the work to get them. Simple as that. So I hope that you guys understand that. So how to get them? Posting. Okay, so literally posting about the opportunity, posting about your life, posting about how this business is going to change your life, how this business is changing your life. Post about the energy. You guys, if somebody welcomes somebody to our team, take that picture, welcome them on your Facebook page. Don't tag them in it, but welcome them on your Facebook page. Your network is going to see that energy and they're going to be like, holy smokes, like Valerie is rocking it. Like her business is growing a lot. She keeps welcoming all these people. So if you see, somebody welcomes somebody on our team, that's our team. You welcome them too. Put them on your timeline, okay? So post, you guys. It's going to be so, so important. And not just once a day. It should be several times a day that you're posting. And just a key tip, you never want to post your post to be within an hour and a half of each other, okay? Always make sure that they're at least an hour and a half apart. Otherwise, you're really messing up with your algorithm. So post, wait, an hour and a half, 2 hours, post again. But at least you guys should be posting at least 3 times a day. If you guys see mine, I post at least 6 times a day, 5 to 6. Today, not so much because it's the first of the month and it's just been so crazy busy and doing my, back end of the business kind of thing. But typically every day besides the first day of the month, you guys will see me posting about 6 times a day. And it works because you guys, I get enrollments. That's where I get my distributors from, is my posting, okay? Number 2 is going live. How many of you guys have gone live yet? Raise your hand. Okay, once, a couple of times. Okay, you guys, going live, literally, it's a game changer. You will get distributors going live, okay? And honestly, because your network is seeing you in real life form. And you don't have to go live for very long, but you can go live about your story. You can go live, you can say, hey, Amanda, will you jump on my live with me and tell everyone your story? Hey, Angelina, will you jump on live and tell everyone about how you got to Emerald in 2 months? A month? Hey, Julie, can you tell everybody how you just got a $10,000 bonus? Have us, whoever's on our team, they can do a live with you and have them tell your story. Do you know how powerful that will be for your network to see? So it's just a great idea. And also it helps you get out of your fear of going live. Go live and be super, super just short and just go live and just say, hey guys, I don't know if you have seen the excitement, but I'm so excited. I just started my own business, or you guys know about my networking business. And hey, I'm looking for 10 people who want to turn $49 into $3,000. Put a comment down, in the chat, and I'll get to you and send you some information, and then end the chat, end the live. that is going to get so much curiosity and so much, you know, interaction going. So, you know, there's all kinds of things you can do about going live. Ask your customers, you guys. There's so many of you guys who are amazing at getting customers. Ask them if they want to join the business for $49, okay? Ask your potentials. Ask everybody if they want to sign up as a customer before you get, or like after you get their information. You can even just ask them and just say, hey, Valerie, you know, I'm going to get you all set up, but before I do so, I just have to ask, would you be interested in making some extra money at all? You're going to get $130 worth of kit, and you also get a $100 shopping spree, and it's an awesome way to make some, you know, some summer money. And just put it simple like that, you guys. Ask. That's where you're going to get people, is if you're asking. If you're not getting people, you're not asking, okay? So definitely do that. And I know a lot of you guys have some contests going on with your teams about getting distributors, okay? And I think it's amazing. I want to see who is the top enroller for distributors this week. Like I want to see that so I can shout it out. Okay. That's awesome, Gabrielle. So one of Gabrielle's distributors today was someone who was supposed to order today. Like how amazing, you know, it's so simple, you guys. The thing is if it was hard to get distributors, nobody would be able to get distributors, right? So you have to figure out, okay, if I'm not getting distributors, what am I not doing? Okay, go to me, go to anybody, and they can help you figure out what that missing step is. People are going to go off your energy and your excitement. Okay, so how excited are you? I know we're all excited. I'm freaking pumped up. And I did take an energy stick just a little bit ago, but still, I was pumped up even before that. Okay, if any of you guys have any other tips, put in the chat. Ask your host to post. Even if they get like 2 people to comment, be like, holy smokes, you just got 2 people who want to order. Are you interested in making some money? It's only $49 to get started with this business right now. Go to all of your potential distributors and ask them. We should all be doing that tonight, okay? Okay. Now, I just wanted to say, and does anybody have any questions about that? How to keep customers after their 3 months are up. Let's see. Okay, so that's a good thing, Laura. So what I would recommend is after 3 months, I always tell them, like, if they're like, hey, I don't want to order anymore, can you take me off? I'll always say, yeah, of course, like, no problem. Just to let you know, you actually you'll get a $50 credit on your account if you try another product for 3 months. At the end of the 3 months, you'll get a $50 credit. You know, is this something that you're interested in doing? And a lot of times they'll be like, oh yeah, like I get so many customers to reorder because of that. The other thing I do is I'll say if they have, they're going to have perk points after the 3 months, I'll just say, yeah, I'll take you off, no problem. Just let you know you have a $15 credit on your account. Is there another product you'd like to try for 3 months? And then you can get that $15 credit off of it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I wanted to try the collagen. So what I'll do is I'll do the first order, a one-time order of that, and I'll take the $15 perk points on, and then I keep their auto shipment. I just turn it to the collagen because I said it's for the 3 months. Do you want to do another 3 months? And then say they get their second month, and then they're like, okay, I got my 3 months. I'll simply just say, hey, if you order one more month, you have a $50 credit on your account. Do you want to do that? So see how simple that is? So like I never turn their auto shipment off. I just do a one-time order, and then I put their auto shipment to the next month for them to have their second, and then the third. And then at that third, I'll just say, hey, just to let you know, if you do one more month, you're going to get a $50 credit. Do you want to do that? And you guys, they always want to do it. So it's just talking to them. It's just saying, hey, how are your products going? If they're like, wasn't going very well, then I'll say, you know what? I think this would probably be a better fit for you. Do you want to try this for 3 months? You'll get my 40% off. So that's what I try to do. People are going to obviously stop after the 3 months, and it just is how it goes. But again, after they stop, that month, at the end of the month, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to message them my Starbucks message that I love to send out. And I just say, hey, if you place a one-time order, you know, then I will, you know, give you this Starbucks gift card. So I just send up whatever that message is I send out. And you guys should all have that. If you don't, I can send it to you. Yes, it's being recorded, Karen. Yeah, so our perk points, you guys, sorry, our Zoom's going a little bit later, which I figured it probably would, but our perk points, you guys, so it's so cool. So people, customers can use they use, you know, the products for the first 3 months. During those 3 months, they're actually accumulating 10% back in perk points. At that 3-month mark, they can use those perk points. But if they do 6 months total of an auto shipment, then they actually, at their 6-month mark, they actually get an additional $50 in perk points. And then if they do a whole 12 months, a whole year, they get $150 in perk points. Isn't that cool? And then if they do another 6 months, they get 50. Another year, they do, it's 150. So it just accumulates. So they're literally our customers who have like $700 in perk points. And I'll be like, hey, do you want to use your perk points? And they're like, no, I'm saving them. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you have $700 in perk points. So I had one customer, you guys, in Christmas, she used all of her perk points and she had hundreds of dollars in perk points, all gifts for like her friends and family. So it's just so cool how, you know, they can accumulate and now they have, you know, she used it for gifts. So, okay. I don't sign my customers up. They do it themselves because they don't fill their information. So do you suggest saying to them to keep them as, so same thing, Adrian. However, I would definitely sign up your customers. It's just the way that you're wording it, and it's the way probably that you're feeling. If you're feeling like weird about it, they're gonna get that vibe from you. Honestly, I don't know any of my customers at this point. I haven't for years and years. Everyone always sends me their information because I don't give them an option. And every once in a while, they'll be like, oh, do you have a website I can go to? I don't feel comfortable. And then I walk them through it. But we should all be signing up their customers. And if there may be some here and there that don't feel comfortable, and that's totally fine. I would say 98% of the time, I sign up my own customers, and there's never an issue. So a lot of times, your customers are going to go off of your vibe. So if you're feeling like, you know, feeling uncomfortable, they're going to feel that. If you're using a different verbiage, they're going to feel, they're just going to do what you say. I don't give them the option when somebody's ready to order. I just say, awesome, I'm at my computer right now. I just need a little bit of information from you. Are you ready to order right now? And they'll say, yeah, what information do you need? I send them the information. They send it over to me. Sometimes they'll call me. Sometimes they'll text me. And again, if people feel sketchy or anything like that, it's, you know, sometimes people will. They don't want to do that. Sometimes that is. But like I said, majority of people are going to give you their information. Majority of people want for you to do it, to be honest. Okay. If I miss questions, just let me know. Okay. So I wanted to kind of leave you guys at this. Mark Pentecost, our CEO, said this. He said, and it was just recent, and I just loved it because I just feel like it just applies to us so well, especially right now. And he said, at any given moment, you have the power to decide how your story is going to unfold. So at any given moment, you guys, we have the power. We have the ability to decide how our story is going to unfold this month. We have the power to decide how we're going to get that promotion. We have the power to decide how we're going to work with our team. We have the power to decide how many people we sign up. We have the power to take control of how our month is going to go. So I want you guys to think about that. And I want you guys to write down, you know, why do you want your promotion this month? Why do you want to get that so bad? Why do you want that extra $10,000? Why do you want to get to Emerald? Why do you want to get to Ruby? Why do you want it? Okay. And I want you to like answer that. And if you're like, some extra money, well, why do you want that extra money? Okay. Keep asking yourself that why. So if somebody says, you know, I want to make $500 extra so I can have extra money for my kids. Okay, well, why do you want extra money for your kids? I want extra money for my kids so I don't have to keep telling them no. So I don't have to keep telling them no, that they can't do karate or dance or gymnastics. I want that. Well, why do you want to stop telling them no? I want to stop telling them no because I wasn't I was told no when I was growing up. I was told I couldn't do that when I was growing up. Okay, well, why do you care about that? You know, keep digging so deep where it is just, it's so, it gets to you, right? And that's what I want you guys to write down. Why do you want your promotion this month, okay? Because again, you have the power to decide whether it's gonna happen or not. The other thing I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go through, and you guys can Google it or whatever, and I want you guys, and it can be from a book, it can be from anywhere. I want you guys to find a quote that just shakes you, right? That just shakes you and you're like, wow, that is just so powerful. That is amazing. And I want you guys to wake up every single morning and just read that quote, okay? Go to, if you're like, well, I don't really know where to find a quote, go to Cami Pentecost page, go to Mark Pentecost page. They do quotes. Go to Pam Souders. They will give you a quote that will shake you. Scroll down their list and you will find one that just goes to you, okay? And yeah, if your why does not make you cry, then it's just not strong enough. So that's what I want you guys to do. Find out what your why is, pick a quote, write it down, and look at it every single morning, okay? Because you guys literally have the power to decide what you want, how you want this month to end. How do you want it to end? Do you want it to be where you get to the end of the month and you're like, well, shoot, I really just didn't do much. You know, this stinks now, you know, I'm going to start over. Or do you want it to be where at the end of the month, you're like, thank God it's the end of the month. I'm getting my promotion. I can lay my head down so nice. I just made it. I got my promotion. You know, how do you want it? How do you want to feel at the end of the month? Visualize yourself getting your promotion. Visualize yourself working and achieving what you guys want. It has to happen, you guys. This mindset is so strong. And the work is strong too. The work needs to come, okay? Because you want to have that powerful mindset, but then you also need to be self-disciplined and get the work done, okay? Just a few tips, you guys. Every day, you guys, somebody is posting polls on our team page every single day. If you don't know what to do, follow those polls. You can check them off as you go. On that, comment on it so that it pops up every time somebody comments or something, so you get notified. But do those polls, you guys. If you're able to, jump on at least 1 power hour a week. All of my newbies on here, you guys, Valerie is doing a newbie training on Saturday. Get to that newbie training, because you guys, the power in the success of this is learning how to do it. And all of you guys on here right now are taking the time to learn this. It speaks volume seeing, you know, before there's 50 people on here, but it speaks volume seeing you guys on here, because I know you guys want this. I know you guys are taking the time to learn this and you guys are going to grow. But what I want you guys to do is not just listen to me, but I want you guys to put this in action, okay? Because we can learn everything. We can do everything we want and learn all the stuff we can do, you know, learn it all. But if we're not applying it, it literally does no good. So how do you want your month to end, right? How do you want your story to unfold? And, you know, I just think it's just so powerful that we know why we're doing this. Why do we want this rank? Why do we want to, you know, is it because we want to show people that we can do it? Is it because we want to prove people wrong? Do we want to, you know, what's that money going to do for us? What's that going to do for our family? So you guys think about that. And then the last thing I want you guys to do, if you have not taken the color test, I want you to take the color test and have your team take it too. That way you know your color and you know what your team's color is. And it's just so fun. It's fun to learn whatever other people's personalities are. The color test, it tells you what kind of person not what kind of person you are, what your personality is. So, for instance, I know, let's see, I know Courtney on here, she's a yellow. You know, she's a yellow, and I know how I can talk to Courtney. I know how, when she does need something, I know how to address it with her. You know, if I have a blue, I know that high energy and, you know, fun and love. And, you know, I can be direct with blues. So with reds, loving on them, you know, and that's really not what how they're going to respond. They need me to be really direct with them. So if you're a yellow, you have to learn how to be really direct with a red. Okay, because if you have a red on your team and you're just you're sugarcoating everything, it's just not going to work. You have to learn how to be direct with them. And then if you're a red, you have to learn how to soften things up for a yellow, right? So it's really important that we learn how to work with our team. If you go red on a yellow, you're going to lose that yellow like no other. They're not going to like you anymore. They're not going to want to have anything to do with you. So it's just how it is. Okay. So thanks, Freya. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? We can kind of open this up and kind of feel free to ask questions. Discuss the bonuses again. Yes. So, okay. So anybody who joins this month, they're still eligible for the rank up bonuses. Okay. Now, if you just joined last month or, you know, within the last couple of months, you're still eligible for those rank up bonuses, or I'm sorry, you're still eligible for those, the $1,000 guarantee depending on when you signed up and the $3,000 guarantee. Okay, so say you just signed up last month, you have 60 days to get to Ruby. You have 2 calendar months to get to Ruby, and you get that 1,000 guarantee. 90 days for the 3,000 guarantee. Okay, now the rank up bonuses, that is for diamonds and above. Okay, so diamonds and above, that's our leadership ranks. You have to make sure that you're running an auto shipment or you're commission qualified with 150 PBB. Okay, that's customers underneath you, or it can even be just if you just did like one-time orders from yourself. It can be your personal, you know, orders. It just has to be 150 PBB personal volume underneath you. Okay. Now, on top of that, you have to have 150 in new customers in 2019, 150. So if you're like well over that, you've been with, you know, you say you signed up last month and you have like 300 customers directly underneath you, you're good. You don't have to keep that anymore. Like you're good because you got them in 2019. Okay. Now, if you don't, or if you're going for a rank up bonus and you don't have that quite yet, you have to make sure you got that. Now, say like Julie, for instance, is going for double diamond. Okay, she has to make sure she's commission qualified. In addition to that, she has to have an additional 150 PCV. So she has to now keep 150 volume of customers underneath her. And she has to have that for 10 months because our bonuses are paid out in 10 months. So if you're going for diamond and you're getting a $10,000 bonus, that's paid out in 10 months. So you're going to get $1,000 each month, okay? If you keep your rank. So during that 10 months, each month you have to make sure that 150 PCV is still there. If a customer drops off, then you just simply put another customer back on there to make sure that it's back up to that 150 PCV. Okay, does that make sense? I know, I'm so not green, you guys, so sometimes I explain things like even a harder way. So I'm like, make sure that makes sense. Okay, any other questions? If you don't, let's see. Yeah, Taryn, just online, you can get it and just send it to their email. Yeah, I would do that. And I would see if you could make a little like personal note in it. Okay, so you have to keep the one, yep, all 10 months you have to keep it. Now, if you've already gotten a bonus, like I have my ambassador bonus, but now I'm going for 2.0 diamond. My ambassador bonus is good. Like I don't have to do anything with that because that was a different rank up qualification, right? So now this is just for new rank ups starting in May. Diamond bonus is 10,000 over 10 months. Yep, so you get an additional $1,000 bonus on top of your commissions each month. Yep, if you keep your, like when you keep your diamond, which if you guys are going to keep your diamond if you're working your business, right? If you take your foot off the gas and you're not building your business anymore, well, it's easy to lose that rank. But that's only if you take that foot off the gas. Okay, anybody else have any questions?
Hey, Amanda.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention something real quick that I've really been like talking to my team about and going to really reiterate it this month is Jade Hooper, she's 4th in the company. She had given her kind of tips on working the company and how she does through the seasons of life, because now she has 3 kids, and finding your working hours. So how she does it is she puts her phone on airplane mode from 4 to 7 every single day. That is her time to recharge, to be with her family. She can take pictures with her phone, but no messages are coming in. She can't check the internet. She puts it on airplane mode. Then from 7 to 9 is her time to like put the kids to bed, have time with her husband, because you know your husband's significant others need that. And then every single day she works the business from 9 to midnight. And that, she said, is her time to work. She's not doing anything for the team. She's sending out her messages. She is doing her host the post. She is following up with her people. And she's running her business, nothing with the team. And I thought, oh my gosh, like how awesome. And obviously she's ambassador, so she's spending, 4 hours a day or so working the business. But it's so important for us because sometimes, especially when we're new, like it's like this rat race that we think we're in. The second a message comes in, we feel like we have to be answering it. And then we're just feel like we're on our phone all the time. So we really need to be deliberate about our time. If you're brand new, pick an hour a day. The Miracle Morning is going to be perfect because you guys can pick that hour, do it in the morning, have it done with. And then in the evening, if you have extra time after you get those kiddos to bed, you're going to be following up with the messages. So what Jade said she does is, she sends all her messages at night. Sorry, I got a phone call. Amanda does this too, where she works her business at night. And then in the morning, when she has time, like Prue's in preschool and she's got a first grader now, she will respond to some messages throughout the day in the nooks and crannies when she has time. But the bulk of her business, Amanda's, is done 9 to midnight too. So you just have to find what works for you. But I'm so excited about the Miracle Morning because a lot of us are going to be able to wake up that extra hour, knock out things, not feel like we have like this thing hanging over our shoulder of like, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything today. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted and I still haven't done anything. You get it done right in the morning. So I just love that. And guys, I have 4 kids. My life is a madhouse. And I've been kind of struggling with this the last couple months too, of like, I need to find deliberate working hours that are going to work for me. And I need that time with my family, guys, because it's kind of like that scale. Like you don't want it to be perfect, or you want it to be like imbalanced. You don't want, you're doing this for your family, but you're working your business too to be with your family. So they both need attention, but you have to give them both undivided attention. So we can't just be on our phones all the time. Oh, he just knocked my head. We can't be on the phone all the time while they're here with us because they're not getting the attention that we need. But if we give them little bits of attention here and there, then we're not going to feel that guilt when we're working our business, after they're asleep or when they're watching a movie or whatever you might choose to have your working hours be. So I just wanted to mention that because the refueling and the recharging, especially after these push months, is just so, so, so important. And almost 5 years into this business, that's what's kept me in. You have to have that refueling time. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that since it's the first of the month, we came off of this huge push month. We have another push month ahead of us. So find that time to refuel, make your working hours, guys. And I will tell you, if you are deliberate, it's going to be a game changer. This Miracle Morning, if you guys haven't bought that book, get it or get it on Audible, because it's going to completely change your life. And then you're not going to feel so stressed during the day and so like, oh my gosh, like I have all this stuff to do. Like you'll just knock it out. But anyway.
Yeah. I love that you brought that up, Courtney. Hey, just a question about that. So does Jade work her business? Like when does she do her team? Did she say like during the days? Or she probably has like set schedules with her team stuff.
Oh, yes.
What does she do? Hold on. What does she do from like when she wakes up to like, because she said 4 to 7 she turns off her airplane mode. So is she working like, during those during the day?
Yes. So during the day, sorry if I'm screaming. During the day, I put my teacher voice on. I'm scaring the baby. Yeah. Hold on one second. During the day, she'll do her team stuff. So she was like, I just got done. Sit down on the couch. I just got done doing a video for the team. And she's like, when I plan these hours, like it's been better for me, because she's like, for a while I wasn't able to do like videos for the team or get on a ton of Zooms, but because she set that schedule, she was then able to do that. So during the day, like the nooks and crannies while the kids are napping, she'll find time to do the other thing. But you know, that's the 20% of time. And some of us get in the manager mode, like I did for years, where like you're so busy, like sending stuff to your teammates to do, or for your downline to do, or here, post this message, or let me help you with your chart, that at the end of the day, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't sent out my own messages or my own host of posts, or, you know, so she makes sure she has her nighttime, just her stuff. And then during the day when she fits it in is the other stuff. And then she was very particular of making sure like you have time for like your significant other. That's like an hour a night. It might be watching, you know, a TV show real quick. It might be, you know, whatever else she said that they were doing, because she's just so real. I just love her. But I loved that, because I feel like some of us, you know, I've heard people on my team say like, we feel like we're on our phone all the time. We feel like, you know, we're not recharging and people are getting burnt out, and we don't want that. Like this business was not meant for that. And obviously she's very successful. They also do what we've been doing on Mondays, is a weekly Q&A with their team, where people can get on and just ask questions, kind of like Amanda's doing right now. And she says that has been a game changer too. So if you guys have teams with you, you know, you might start doing that with your team, like getting on once a week with your very own team and asking questions, seeing how people are doing, just checking the temperature, letting them know like things are totally normal. If you're feeling tired, if like life is just overwhelming, if your kids are grumpy, you know, whatever it might be. It doesn't even always have to be about the business. So just having that community within your team too.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's how like a tribe just rises. You know, that's how a team becomes like, you know, it becomes a tribe, is when you have that connection with your team. You know, I think it's just so important to have that unity, and that's where it's created, is like your individual like chats are working one-on-one. But I think it's so important to work that one-on-one, but also have that team unity. You know, that's why I'm always like, that's why I'm so big. I don't think we've ever missed our weekly team training ever.
Yeah.
You know, if I can't jump on, like somebody else is going to do it. Like, it's just so important to have that for everyone to come together. So,
well, and it's just so funny how our minds are, because, you know, when you were a dental hygienist or when I was a teacher, I'm like, I know I have to be out of the house by 7 a.m., be to work by 7:30. Clock, you know, be done at this time so I can come home and cook dinner. But it's like when we have our own set time to plan, like somehow we forget that part of our brain of like, no, I need to work this business from like 7 to 9 each night and show up, you know, whether I'm in my pajamas or, you want to say hi, baby? Whether I'm in my pajamas or, you know, sitting next to my kids, or however your office looks like, you know, we just forget that it's the same thing. It's the same work ethic, that undivided attention and just consistency.
Yeah, I think that's so powerful too, because I know like for me, like if one thing is off, then I feel like everything is kind of off. Like if I have an argument with like Derek, then it kind of like puts me like in that mood where I don't feel like I have that much energy to fake, you know, being positive, or, you know, I feel like everything kind of has to be aligned. And
I like to think too, like I was telling my team today, like if you're not diamond yet, you want to give an hour a day to this business. As you go double, 2 hours, as you go triple, 3 hours, and kind of add an hour each time, because guys, like it ends up being like, if we're getting paid as a full-time job, you at least need to be working a couple hours a day. So you're working kind of like part-time to get paid more than a full-time job. So as you get to these like leadership ranks, like 10 minutes a day is just not going to cut it for everything that you have to do to keep an organization going. So especially those that are leadership ranks and working full time, you really, really have to be deliberate with your time so you can get in everything that's necessary to keep that volume up. And it's better if you're learning right away, because then it's just going to be second nature, you know? So, but it's just so funny. We've been in here for years and, you know, I'm still figuring out. And she did admit, you know, she's fourth in the entire company. She's like, this has taken me years to figure out. And you know what? I want to videotape that. Maybe I'll do it on my PC, because everything was just so good. She put it in the lifers page, the VIP page, but I want to put it on the team page because it was just so great. And she talked about signing DTs. And I was driving when you guys were talking about this, but I wanted to mention too, like she said, like she is not chasing people down. She will send a message to them. And if they don't respond, guys, she's like, you obviously don't want to work the business. Like, I'm not going to keep sending you posts and messages and beg you to join me. Like, I'm going to wait till those runners come and keep bringing people onto my team. And for years, guys, I did this. And months ago, I was still doing that. I would send messages to people that aren't responding, like those $20 promo codes. You know, a couple months ago, I had 12 people sign and maybe 4 got up and going. But those other 8, I was still like sending messages and checking the temperature and, hey, how can I help you? And crickets, crickets, crickets. And I'm thinking, I'm wasting my time doing this for someone that hasn't seen the vision, that doesn't really want this. And that's okay if they don't want it. But I'm no longer going to waste my time doing that in my energy. My energy is going to be focused on getting more people in, not trying to convince people to work, you know. So those of you that are like, what do I do with a dead leg? You just bring in more people. You compress that volume. You bring in people that are going to work. And then maybe those other people eventually work, but we're not waiting for them. We're not putting our dreams on hold for people that don't have the same vision. And so that was a real aha moment for me. So that's kind of all I've held in for the past hour while you guys have been talking, but this has been such an awesome Zoom, and this month is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. And I know we're just all going to rock this. I know enrollments were down last month, but it's going to be good. You guys just focus on letting people see the vision. How has this business blessed your life? What is it allowing you to do? Whether it's going on a date night once a month, filling up your tank with gas, or paying off a bill. No matter where you are, guys, Amanda and I, our first paychecks were like 30, 40 bucks. My first year in this company, I made like anywhere from $30 to $60. Now we're making 6 figures a year. So it doesn't matter where you start. It's this consistency that keeps you going. And as you see the vision, you guys have to see the vision first, or no one's ever going to see the vision. So that's what I want you guys working on this month. Seeing the vision so much that radiates off of you, that people are wondering, gosh, what is she up to? Why is she so positive? What is she doing in her life? Like, that is contagious. So there's no secret sauce to signing distributors. It's just having that energy that's infectious of, I have something here that's blessing my life so much, and it's going to attract it to bless other people's lives. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great month.
Yeah, I'm so.
And with that, the lights went off.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Well, thanks, Courtney, for sharing all that. That was so.
You're welcome, honey.
I took lots of notes from that, actually. So thank you. All right, my friends. Well, thank you guys for jumping on, and I hope that this was helpful. I cannot wait to see you guys conquer your goals. You know, I'm just so excited for you. The energy is amazing, and I think this is going to be literally our biggest month. May is one of my favorite months in this business, and so because it literally is, it's just, we have so much energy right now. The air is still rare. We have like these codes. We have goals that we want to do. You guys know what you need to do for your business. If you're new, you know, hopefully should know now, like, what do you want this month? You know, if you don't, go to your personal, enroller and go and say, okay, we're, not quite sure what to do, talk to them. So anyways, my friends, I just love you to pieces. I'm so blessed to be working alongside with you guys. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for jumping on.